What's cracking, fools? This is the Dove Guy. We're about to grub in so we can energize and have a very interesting podcast for you guys. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yeah, we're here at the Malaria Maria's. Check out the bomb food. We're about to chow down, and then we're gonna get to his story. Stay tuned, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we all know that it started through TikTok and you blew up, and with the Doves, it was all through like family and all that. What's it like handling the Doves, though?
It's pretty cool. It's kind of you have to be gentle with them. So like it's still kind of like I grab them like people say like, oh, you grab them easily, but I still kind of sometimes scared to like grab them wrong or whatever. But then I don't know. It's just like they squirm a lot. They're skinny and sometimes they're kind of strong. Their wings are sometimes really pretty strong, but they're fun.
Where do you stand on social media? You're so like active on it, whether it be Instagram or TikTok. Where do you stand on social media? How do you feel about it personally? There's like pros and cons.
Yeah, it's I mean, when you talk about a day-to-day life, it's kind of a big distraction. But when like, I guess once you like kind of build a following or once that kind of following is there, if you want to take advantage of it, then you have to be active and you have to be on there. But I mean, me personally, not a fan
of social media.
No.
Why?
It's just like I don't know. I feel like it's a big distraction. Like it's just a big distraction. Like especially when like you're on there and you're just scrolling and you see a bunch of things and like the scrolling like uncontrollably gets pretty like addicting. One, and then like it just consumes your time, and most of the things that you're seeing aren't beneficial to you. You're seeing things that you're gonna compare yourself to that are gonna make you feel bad. You see things that most people don't spend their time on social media like seeing things that actually help them or actually inspire them. It's mostly things that are just gonna bad news, something negative, something
but
that.
That's why you're here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. That's true. That's why I like to post like videos that are like entertaining, and I tell people like the reason people tell me like, how do you come up with these jokes, and it's like for the same reason. Like these are jokes that I just joke around with myself or joke around when I'm around with someone, but I feel like I'm more like I'll do it like this is how I am, whatever the case, but and then like once you turn on the phone and start recording, like it's like, oh, okay, fine, like we'll do it. But it was better if we didn't have to turn on the camera, you know. But that's just how it like.
It was more wholesome in the moment.
Yeah. It's just so I always say like I'm an introvert, so I'm alone a lot. Like I'm always alone where I go, whenever like I go places and stuff like that. Like I'm alone, so
it doesn't make you feel afraid. I know a lot of people are afraid of being alone. It makes you feel at ease.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So it's a matter of I walk into a building where there's a bunch of groups, and I walk in by myself, and I know I'm by myself, and I know people are staring at me, and I tell myself, the fact that I'm in here by myself right now, when nobody feels like they can be here by themselves, it's just a matter. It's not a matter of feeling better than everyone else, but it's a matter of like
confidence.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, even though you don't have that confidence, you have to do things that make you feel confident, which I feel like that like I don't know, like it's just something about, especially in the environment that I'm in, like it's mostly like I'm mostly in a white shirt and like, you know, a tie, whatever the case may be, and I'm a bunch of fucking bald tatted ass fools that just got out of jail and shit. Like that's really most of the events that's really like most of the events that I go to, and then sometimes I feel like damn, I'm really the only fool right here that like stands out and shit, but like I kind of like I know like I grew up like around a lot of these people, you know. I grew up in the same area as these people, but I just moved differently, so it's kind of like it just feels cool. I mean, it feels better, and like especially like moving alone, it's just the comfort, like the being able to just move wherever I want to, especially when people tell me, hey, like let's go somewhere, like, you know, I'll pick you up. Nah, I'm good. I'll never never want anyone to pick me up, like, cause if something happens, if I have to go here, if I have to go there, I'm not gonna call no one for a ride. I need to handle it. I need to make sure my life is on my hands and not in someone else's hands. It's just it's I don't know. It's just trust issues, something we were talking about, but it's just
yeah. I heard. Why don't you trust anybody?
I can't. You just can't. You can't. It's just it's hard. Like it's just this too much disappointment. I guess that would be like the only way to explain it. Like,
you don't trust your own family?
I mean, I trust my family, but so here's the thing. I trust someone. I trust my family, and like, all right, fool. Someone tells me, hey, fool, let me borrow some money. Like, I'll trust them with some money. If someone were to tell me, like, most people, not everyone, to be honest with you, like only a small group of like you said, like family, like that, or like. But in terms of like, I don't talk to anyone about anything. Like it's just me talking to about it by myself. You know, I give myself one point of view, and then I give myself another point of view, and I kind of argue it out with myself. And that's how I joke around by myself, and how these jokes come around is because I just talk by myself like all the time. But I don't trust like when like I love listening to people's stories, but. If I believe your story, that's a whole different. Like, I'm probably not gonna believe your story, but I'm gonna listen to it. Like, I believe. I don't think people are like everyone's a liar, but I feel like I'm just better off not trusting. I'm just better, like, I don't know.
you gotta earn his respect, pretty much.
No, it's not that. Like, I actually respect people like everywhere I go. Anyone that says what's up to me, like I say what's up to everyone. You guys want a picture, like it's cool. Like I respect everyone everywhere I go. But it's just like especially when someone tells me, oh, what I like in the events that I go to, so many people, oh, I'll you know, like I'll do this, and all of this. And it's just like, okay, like, yeah, you said that, but like, I'm not gonna believe it until it happens. Like that's really a point of like not trusting people. And then it's more of like a responsibility thing. Like if something goes wrong, I don't like the videos that I do. I like to record them, edit them myself. Whether it'll be for social media or I record and edit funerals. I like to do that all by myself, because if something goes wrong, I can't point fingers. Like there's no one like it. Like, oh, you know what? That was my fault. Like I'm so like, you know, like. I messed up, but it's not like, oh, it was him, or it was, I'd rather just by myself.
I want to play with you.
What?
Trust fall. Yes.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yes,
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
No, I won't do it. I 100% won't do it. I won't do it.
That.
I won't do it.
Okay, you want to be fair then? Rock, paper, scissors. If you lose, I have to do it. Fair game.
How's that fair?
It's because you are it's your own conscience.
Look, we could do it, but I promise you I'm not going to fall back. I'm going to step back. I'm not going to, hell no. No.
You gotta try someday.
I'll do a trust fall with the wall, if anything, because like that's not going to move, but it's not. It's not.
So you're saying I'm a noodle arm?
Look. It's not. Look. So here's the thing.
Okay, I'll let you.
If I don't know if someone is or isn't a Uno arm, I'm just gonna assume that they are, because that's better for me, for my safety. I don't know. Like. If you don't know, you have to pick a side. Like you have to assume something one way or another. Like, and I'm just. Nah, I can't do that.
I think I could.
That's a good proposition. We can play rock paper scissors.
Because if you lose, you would have to do it.
No,
like you said,
I can't.
you're all alone making choices for yourself, whether or not what happens. So if you lose, that's your fault, and you have to.
No, because it's random. No, I won't do it just for no.
Wow, you heard that?
That's dangerous. If I break an arm, I have to go to a funeral tomorrow. I can't do that.
It's okay. At least I know you got the doves, and it better be for free.
No.
Wow, he wimped out of that one.
Yeah, no, that's scary, guys. Don't trust anyone.
What's your story then? You're talking about everybody else. I don't know their story, but what's your story? Where'd you grow up? What was that like? School, this and that, childhood?
I mean, I grew up in East LA. I grew up with a dad that wasn't really around, and I grew up with a mom that was really overprotective. Yeah. So it was kind of like I guess that's kind of where it's hard to trust people, you know, because of that. But at the same time, I still have a good heart because of my mom. So it's kind of like, you know, I feel like sometimes I really identify with, like, you know, like those like angels and demons, or like you know, laughing and crying emoji, like you know, the smiley faces and all that stuff, like. Cause it's a little bit of everything. Like I want to say like I I wouldn't say I lacked love because I always had my mom's love, but at the same time, it was like I didn't grow up. I grew up in East LA, right, which is like I grew up in a very like when I was a kid, like people like multiple people getting shot, like literally killed down the street, like literally from my house and like different places and stuff, like I remember cops literally chasing fools like into my house, like they literally run through my yard to jump to the back house, and like cops would run after them. Like I was a little kid, like, but I never grew up in the streets. I never grew up like doing bad stuff. It was out of fear of always like never wanted to disappoint my mom. So that's why I kind of always wanted to like be good and like behave and do what she would tell me. But I mean, as you get older, you still kind of see certain things, and you still learn some things. You know the fucking whereabouts or whatever it may be, but. It's a decision. Really, everyone has a choice of what life they want to live and what they want to do, and it's up to you to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Aww, sounds like she was your number one supporter, and I bet she still is.
Yeah. Well, she passed away, but she's pretty sure she still is.
I'm aware.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
How did you stay motivated after that, especially
doing
comedy?
I didn't really. I mean, it was really like there's really no point after that. But it's kind of like it's more of like I'm already here. Like what the fuck? Like what am I gonna do? There's a lot of times where I don't. There's a lot of times where I don't do anything. Like there's a lot of times where I do but it's like that's the whole thing about social media too. Like I'm not gonna post videos of me crying because but at the same time, so people would tell me, oh well, you're always happy, but it's like no, I'm not always happy, but I'm also not gonna. I also don't. That part of like not trusting people and all that stuff. Like I don't want people to reach out to me and tell me, oh, hey, I hope you're doing good. Like, cause to me, it's just like, you know what? Like, I know you're reaching out, whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, I know you have your problems, I have my problems, and you're gonna have to handle yours, and I'm gonna have to handle mine. And you may reach out to me, you may think about me at the end of the day, but you don't care as much as you think you do. Like realistically, everyone cares about their own problems, and everyone just worries about their own life, and that's just how it is. So I like to post about my mom because that's really like it means a lot to me, but I'm not a big fan of like getting like I appreciate it. Like I see all the messages and I appreciate it 100%. I'm like, oh, like thank you, like I appreciate it, but it's just I wouldn't. If people are like, oh, if you need anything, like let me know. All right, thank you. But they're never gonna hear from me ever again, 100%, because I'm not gonna ask for anything either. Like I'm never gonna ask for anything. I don't ask for things. Like that's just that. I don't know. It's kind of just the way I was raised, really.
You're just rooted, like within yourself, rooted, like you know.
I guess, yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, for. The thing about me is like for my mom that passed away, like I always went to funerals. Like that's what I've been doing since a little kid. Like that's just what I know like the whole environment. I know the get down. I know the feeling. So before my mom passed away, I knew like necessary steps that had to take place. I saw my mom suffering, like, and I said this before. Like I saw my mom suffering to the point where I had to ask God, like, like if she's not gonna make it, she has cancer. She had cancer for like a year and like. Like a year and a half, and then I was like, like she's not gonna make it, like there's no point in her suffering. So it's kind of like I know she did what she had to do, and I know more than anyone not more than anyone, but I know more than a lot of people that once it's your time, there's nothing's gonna change it. I've been to too many funerals, people. Old ladies, she choked on. So I've been funerals. So I used to fill out death certificates. People that passed away from COVID, people that passed away from suicide, people that passed away, an old lady that literally choked on her food. Like, I know someone that just passed away that literally was perfectly fine and they didn't wake up the next day. Like, that's literally how it is. Like, you can't do anything about it, so you just kind of learn to live on with it, and it is what it is.
How do you personally live on? Because like you said, like they were perfectly healthy, and then the next day they're just gone.
Well, that wasn't like a close relative to mine.
No, I know, but like I'm just saying, like you personally, knowing that we can die at any second, how do you live your life?
Unfortunately, I feel like I don't live it to
your fullest
fullest because I know that it's gonna because I know So the thing is, when I think about death, like a lot of people think about death and they get scared because it's like, oh fuck, like what's gonna happen, or like, you know. But it's like in my opinion, like when I think about death, what I think about is peace. So to me, it's not really scary. It's just like I'm gonna keep it a bug. Like I've been, unfortunately, due to all the funerals, I feel like this is due to all the funerals that I've been to, and like the way my brain was just programmed. Like, this is gonna sound horrible, but there's days where I look forward to it. Like that's just what it is. Like that's just like there's and it's a lot of days. I'm gonna keep it a bug, probably even daily. I'm not even lying. But I have to get back up, and I mean, I have family. I have a sister I have to take care of. I mean, I have to eat. She has to eat. Like you just have to keep going. You just can't stop.
It's just you and your sister?
Me, I have two sisters. I have two sisters, but one of them, the oldest. She has a kid, which is my nephew, and then she's married. She lives on her own. And then my other sister, she's older than me, but she's special ed, so she's like a little girl. So she's almost like a daughter kind of sister at the same time, but. She doesn't need, like, she's on her own, like, but she always needs supervision, like almost someone has to be with her at all times. So it's kind of like, you know, it gets hectic with all the events that I have to go to. I always have to make sure she's with someone or whatever the case may be. Someone has to take care of her, so that's why. And then it's promises that I made to my mom. This is all conversations that I had to my mom before she passed away, which is another thing. Like I told my mom, I was like, look, Mom, I know you don't want to hear it. And I had to be this bigger person. I told her, I know you don't want to hear it, but you have to tell me right now, what do you want to happen when you pass away? And she started crying. She was like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. But she told me, and that's what happened. You just have to talk about it, because if you don't talk about it, then you
can't read your mind.
Nah. Yeah, once you're done, you don't have an opinion either. So you got to make sure you let people know what you want before too.
Yeah, you can't blame the system.
Yeah,
don't blame the system.
Yeah, I mean, the new podcast is really just. I mean, I can sit here and be. I mean, I've never been upset that my mom passed away, not once. I've never been upset. I've been sad. I miss her, all those things, but I'm never upset that, like, oh fuck, why did she have to die? No one's gonna come tell me why. Never. So what the fuck? Well, I can't sit there and ask why. I just have to get up and keep going. So don't blame the system. Is you can sit and you can ask questions. You can blame people, or you can just get up and do it. You know, like blame. Like I said, you know, thankfully I grew up with the protective mother that tried to stray me away. But at the end of the day, even now, or as I got older, I was still offered all types of things everywhere I went, and it was my decision to say yes and to say no to certain things, in which, you know, because of the answers that I made, it's answers that I gave, which is why I'm here today. So, you know,
decisions.
Yeah, decisions. It's a choice really for everyone. You pick what you want to do.
Talk about the podcast, though.
The podcast is, I mean, it's pretty cool.
What's the purpose?
The purpose.
He's like, let me think.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what the purpose of everything. The purpose of everything that I do is that I want to make it out the hood. Everything I do. The purpose of everything that I do is I have goals. And a lot of people are like, damn, congratulations, you made it, you know.
Not yet.
I didn't make shit. I haven't made it nowhere. I have not made it absolutely nowhere. Because all of these are things that at one point were things that I said I would accomplish, and I did, but they were never the ultimate goal. They were never the ultimate dream, and the ultimate dream has always been to be able to provide for my whole family. My mom comes from a family of like 13 siblings, and I want to be able to provide for all of them because they've all helped me growing up. So like, I want to make sure everyone is good, you know, everyone's taken care of. So the point of the podcast is to one, grow and be able to obviously make money off it. I'm gonna keep it a bug. Like, I can't sit here and I don't like to I do put time. You have to put time into things that aren't gonna get you paid, so that eventually they get you paid. But at the end of the day, for me personally, if it's not gonna get me paid now or later, there's no point in putting time into it. Now the thing is with the podcast, the reason why I actually was able to do it was because the purpose of why it's heading in direction, or why it's called Don't Blame the System, is because it's meant to talk about problems that I deal with so that it can help other people. So it's not just about money, but it's really like about trying to help other people. Just talking about what I go through is just as simple because people, like I told you, people think I'm always happy. So once they hear, oh, this fool really goes through this or he goes through that also, then it's like, oh shit, you know, like people are gonna be like, oh, maybe I'm not. You know, sometimes people think, oh, I'm weird, I'm not normal, because because they go through certain things. But I mean, we all do, you know. So just for someone to be able to hear something and it's just a matter of branching out and, you know, just really branching out the platform, like the platform that I have. Just like I said, I had to take advantage of it right now that it's here because it's not gonna be here forever. And honestly, I mean, I wouldn't mind if it were like tomorrow, like if I were to wake up without an Instagram or without a TikTok, like if we were to get taken down, I probably wouldn't make another one. I would probably go and do the things that it is that I wanted to do, you know, that I had set for, that I had dreamed of since a kid. But I'm at a point where I have something that there's people that are willing to like do crazy stuff for like the likes and the views that I've gotten. So it's like I can't just also just throw it away, you know. I have to kind of take advantage of it. But I mean, if it were to be taken away, I feel like, to be honest with you, if I feel like it were taken away from me, it would be a big motivation for me because I would actually focus. Look, the thing is, I'll post a video, and like on TikTok, a lot of the videos that like the difference with me is a lot of my content was original. Like it's really just me talking. Like it's not me using TikTok audios. It's not me following trends and things like that. And a lot of people that blow up and get views, they do that, which is totally fine. But you have to study it. You have to know what the trends are. And I don't know what the trends are because I don't want to spend my time scrolling there trying to figure it out, because and then my hours go by and I like I said, I have to make money. I have to fucking provide for whoever it is I gotta provide for. So it's just, I mean, it's a form to, the podcast is a form to grow while helping other people.
Yeah.
And inspiring. I mean, just it's more of a how can I put it, like where people can really connect past beyond just the 30-second or 1-second videos. That's what it's about.
Okay, yeah. I understand that. Everybody else's attention spans are just like this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
TikTok.
I mean, mine included. Like I have a short attention. Like, then that's the problem. Once you have a short attention span, then you start swiping video, and then after video and after video, and then you just, each video is different. Each video is new. So it's like your brain just, it's something new and something new. Yeah. I mean, I don't even have TikTok. I can show you right now. I don't have TikTok on my phone. I don't have it. And I downloaded Instagram on my way here just in case you guys tag me. I'll repost it. I'm not playing. Like that ass, yeah.
Why'd you delete it?
Well, I was working on a video earlier. Whenever I have to work on a video, sometimes I tell myself, you know what, I have to do this. If I have to do this, I have to do this. Delete it. Throw the phone over there. Put the ringer on. If I get a call, if I get a message, we need those, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. But if it's other than that, I don't want to deal with it because I have to edit this video. I have to focus on doing this. It's a big distraction. It's a big distraction, and a lot of people are gonna be like, that's weird, like why the fuck you do that? But I gotta do whatever it is that I gotta do to stay good, so I don't give a fuck. Like it's just, it is what it is.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like that, like I guess I was meant to like sit down here and have this whole talk with you because that's something I've been struggling with, the fact that I get so distracted so easily and never pay attention to what I need to focus on and just waste so much time, like you said, on TikTok and scrolling, and like attention span, like it's brainwashing you know? But then I'm sitting here in front of you and you're around my age, I think, and then you're just like... I'm
21.
Yeah, you're like 2 years. You just turned 21, right?
No, I turned 22 in like 4 days.
Oh, happy early birthday! We got you tamales for your birthday.
Thank you. They were good. They were actually good. Make sure you fools come out to Tamaleria Marias. Tamaleria Marias, right? Yeah. In the city of, we're in Linwood?
Yeah.
So in Linwood. What's cracking? What's up? What's up?
You should have filmed that. She's like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that happens a lot. So I'm gonna keep it a bug. There's a lot of times when I go to events, I don't want to go to events, and it happens where people come and they're like, hey, I love your videos, I love your this, and I love your that, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, like I didn't even want to make videos anymore, but now you made me want to do another video. But and then I go home and then I'm like, fuck, you know what? Now I'm not gonna do another video. And I think about it, I'm like, man, I remember all those people that there, people always show me love, and I appreciate that. Like it's cool, but I guess there's a lot of like, it's so, I feel like a lot of people really just have to learn how to believe in themselves, because it doesn't matter who believes in you. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna do whatever it is that you want to do, that you need to do.
Dang, you said that, my dad eyeballed me. What keeps you motivated?
Well,
Like just to fulfill that. I guess because what you had to go through, right? Just being raised. Your mom raised you well. Where did that even develop?
motivated for what? Say that again.
How do you stay motivated to just focus on yourself, to be like so?
Well, I don't. I mean, I get distracted a lot, realistically. I mean, I'm 21. I'm gonna keep it a bug. My biggest distraction is probably gonna be girls. Like that's just the reality of it. But I have to like. I literally. Okay. I have to Okay, so I have dreams. I've had visions of what it is that I want to be. I have visions of the things that I want to acquire.
What do you want to be?
I wanna be what I said. I wanna be the provider for the entire family. I wanna have an apartment complex where nobody there pays rent, and all the rent is paid by other properties that are paid for by the tenants. That is my plan, and that's what I want to achieve. And I've never said this anywhere before. Never. Because a lot of people say, oh, you gotta put your dreams out there, and I believe in that. But at the same time, I'm more like, don't even trip. Like, I'm not gonna do anything with life, and then when you least expect it, you're gonna see me doing everything that like I ever wanted, and then don't I never feel like the need that I want to prove. People be like, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Like, fool, just go do it. Like, what the fuck you telling me for? I don't care. Like, so that's why I don't tell people, and I never said this before. But that's literally my dream, and my goal is everything has to do related with real estate. Now, what happened when I graduated from high school, I didn't have social media. I didn't have Instagram. I would wake up in the mornings, 6 in the mornings, to check the stock market. I would check videos about real estate, all of this stuff. What happened? I came across the fucking TikTok videos, and I got distracted a lot. But what happened was that it helped with the business that I was in, which was the does of filming videos. It helped the business, it brought it up, so we started making more money, and it became a big distraction where I stopped focusing on what it is that I wanted to do. But like I said, it's like, fuck, like, yeah, I can go focus on what it is that I want to do, but at the end of the day, I have something right now that's not going to be here forever. And like I said, there's people that sometimes are willing to die for the followers that I was able to accumulate. Like, it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like people that are willing to do for like views and shit. So it's like, I can't just let it go to waste. I have to kind of take advantage of it. But for me, the way that I see it is like, if these are my dreams and these are my goals, I know what's distracting me and what isn't. It's a matter of, you have to discipline yourself. Like, you have to tell yourself, I'm gonna do this or I'm not gonna do that. And there's gonna be things that you want to do, but you have to tell yourself, where I'm headed, I literally have to make this decision, even though I want to do this right now. And I'm a kid, and then a lot of the work, there's work that I had to do this weekend that I didn't, because I chose to literally get distracted. Like, and I made those decisions consciously, that I knew I had to get shit done, but I was like, no, I want to go out there, and I want to, because the whole, it's fun, it's it's the weekend, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. But me personally, like, I'm not really a big fan of the weekends either. Like, I don't like, I feel like the weekends are just like long and stressful. I don't know, like let's get back to Monday. I don't know, like, it's just weird. I'm not really, because I'm not.
You're not a kid.
No, I'm not. Unfortunately,
you are, but you're not.
Yeah, I'm very childish, but I'm not a kid. Unfortunately, I mean.
Well, at least you're like solid where you need to be. That's good.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes because there's still times where, like I said, I get distracted. Like it happens, and I get distracted a lot. I get distracted more than I should. But the way that I see it is like, I know what it is that I have to do, and as long as I know and I'm aware that I'm distracting myself, I know that I'm not gonna distract myself forever. I know that I'm not gonna, I'm like, I feel like
losing me. Continue.
I don't know. You gotta make sure if you wanna. So like you said, you get distracted with the things that you don't want to do. Like, it's normal. Like I see I don't hang around a lot of my peers often, but when I do hang out with my peers, and I see, and I'm gonna say this, I see that the way they drink from that bottle, I see the pain in that drink. Like I see it. Like I see it. Like, fool, you're not okay, my boy. I know there's something wrong with you. So it's like, I tell myself, like, I know they're going through pain. I know I'm going through pain. So it's my choice. Do I deal with it? Do I deal with it the way they deal with it? or do I do it a different way, a more mature way, a way where I'm actually gonna like, get somewhere? Because at the end of the day, you get blacked out drunk, and then that shit is all fucking nothing. The work is still there. The bills are still there. You still gotta make the money the next day, or you could have fucking used that night to make more money. Like,
Time for adult segment, since you're talking bills and alcohol and boring stuff.
Yeah.
What's it like being an adult? Let's go.
It's boring. It's very boring. Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of bills. You have to make. So okay. So I guess that being an adult is boring. But now being an adult that doesn't have a 9 to 5 is. Nobody ever.
I couldn't take it. I'm sorry.
Nobody's ever gonna come and tell me, hey, you have to do this. Never. Like, nobody never tells me what I have to do. Like, my uncle, don't get me wrong, my uncle, he'll be like, hey, we have a gig on this, but I could tell for you know what, I can't go. And then he'll be like, all right, fine. Like, but like that, like straight up, like, nobody tells me what I have to do, so I literally have to. Adult life is literally
You call
picking
your own
yourself
shots.
up, and like literally you not waiting for anyone. You can't wait for, and that's a big part of not trusting, not trusting people, is like you can't wait for anyone. Like what the fuck, like if I want to do something and someone's telling me, hey, oh, I want to do it with you, I want to do it with you, and then I'm like, all right, cool. And then next time I see them, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it with you. And then next time I say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it with you. And you're not doing it with me, I'm gonna do it. I can't wait for you. I gotta go. Like, I'm sorry. Like you can't wait for people. My mom used to tell me, I used to take the bus as a kid. My mom used to tell me, look, you gotta wait for the bus because the bus isn't gonna wait for you. And that shit fits in everything in life, no matter what it is. If like people aren't gonna wait for you, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Right now I was late, I got caught in traffic. I'm sorry guys, I was a little bit late, but thankfully they waited for me, but we're here. So but realistically, that's just like you can't wait for anyone, and you can't also expect people to wait for you. So sometimes I do certain things where I take long on doing whatever the case may be, and people get upset, or people they later on they don't want to work, whatever the case may be, and I get it, I understand, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like if I understand that no one's gonna wait for me, so like you have to like, adult life is really just doing the things. No one's gonna tell you, no one's gonna tell you what you have to do. You literally have to figure out what to do, and you have to like set like goals. Like you have to like, what do I want to do? Because if you don't tell yourself I want to do something, a lot of people are like, it's like, oh, you should work for yourself, you shouldn't have a 9 to 5. Like, it's cool, having a 9 to 5 is totally fine, but if you don't have a plan and you just work a 9 to 5 with no plan whatsoever, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna look forward to the weekend, because if you're like, oh, I'm gonna work this job so I could learn this skill so that I could do it here, or I could grow there, or I could grow there. But if you're just like, oh, I need money, I'm gonna go get a job, then you're never. And then it's a job. That's all. It's a job. And if you're like, oh, I want to learn this, so I'm gonna go get this kind of job, or this job is gonna have this type of benefits, then it's really not a job. It's really a ladder as to where it is that you want to go. So being adult sucks.
Sounds like it.
It does.
Okay, now we're gonna break it down to the last messages. So, first message is gonna go out to hustlers following their dreams.
Fool, I mean, it's just that. No one's gonna tell you what you do, and a lot of people are gonna tell you that what you're doing is wrong. I mean, that you shouldn't waste your time, whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna tell people something. If it's what you wanna do, who gives a fuck? Just do it. Like, do it. If it's what you wanna do, like, just do it. But also, if you find yourself, trying to do something where it's just like, it's just solely for like I said, for money, then you're not gonna want to do it, and you're not gonna look forward to it. I like the funeral. I like going to funerals. Because at the end, when I'm done with the funerals, the people that they show me gratitude, they always show me gratitude, and I'm like, oh damn, like I actually did something for this family. Like, they feel happy with what it is that I do. So that's always like, I'm more than happy to come again to a funeral. I'm more than happy to do a dub release again. So it's like, you have to get yourself up. Don't let people bring you down, and no one's gonna tell you what to do. You have to do, so you just have to go out there and do it.
I like that. And then last message to the youth.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, and don't drink alcohol. Don't listen to your friends that Honestly, most people you think are your friends aren't really your friends, or you really think about it. A lot of the people that you got is really you yourself and a close amount of family that's with you. Some people don't have family, and you know it's kind of sad. But you have to be careful with the people you trust. You know, don't like. You know, like you shouldn't do drugs. So you know you shouldn't be writing on walls. You know you shouldn't be playing with guns. Like you know all this shit. Like don't do it, fool. Like it's that simple. Like you know what you shouldn't do. Don't listen to your friends. If they try to like, oh, you know, if you don't do this, you're this and you're that. You tell them, you know what, my boy, I gotta go. It is what it is. You know, you're not really for my best interest. If you got dreams and shit, and your friends aren't really fucking like they're putting you down instead of helping you with your dreams, they're not your friends. You gotta kick rocks. You're gonna meet a lot of people. You might think right now, you might think you're in high school, you might think you met the love of your life. Oh, you don't even know what's coming for. Like, you know, focus on yourself. Focus on you, focus on yourself, because you don't even know. You're gonna meet so many people in the future. You don't know what the future has for you. So don't get distracted. Don't get too distracted.
I like that. I really do. Well, you heard it here, folks. Your ads and socials. I was like, they're telling me over here. Like,
make sure you just go. My TikTok is the Dove Guy. My Instagram is _ the Dove Guy. YouTube the Dove Guy, and then the podcast is Don't Blame the System on YouTube, and on Instagram is DBT System, which is short for Don't Blame the System.
Yeah, heard it here, folks. Be kind, support each other, and keep hustling.
Yes, sir. And if you need doves, go to www.thedoveguy.com.
Yes, and if you need tamales, go to Tamaleria Marias.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Out.